Hello, I want to talk something about how to build stretch goals. I want to invite you to think about a fundraising event, which is a very common type of event planning. And the goal of the event is trying to raise funds for a project or program. So, what is building a stretch goal? This is additional goal you set for your campaign, just in case you want to exceed your initial funding goal. And this is a way generally used to finance another specific aspect of your campaign. I want to use a video game project to show you what is building stretch goal. Uh, our initial goal is to raise funding of $50,000 in order to produce a game with 10 levels. Once we hit the goal, we want to continue develop the game. So we need to raise more funds. So we set up our stretch goal number 1 in order to produce additional level of the game. And we can also set up stretch goal 2 up to 10 or as many as you want. But this is showing you the concept of building stretch goals. The Skullgirls is a video game. Its fundraising campaign is very successful by using a series of stretch goals. Let's get to know a little bit about that.
Hello everyone, this is Mike Z from Skullgirls and Lab Zero Games.
And I'm Alex Ahad, the creator of Skullgirls.
A few weeks ago at the end of the Evolution Breast Cancer Research fundraising campaign, we revealed Squiggly, the first DLC character for Skullgirls.
When the Skullgirls team was laid off, we were about a third of the way done with Squiggly. We had a lot of her moves and all of the concepts figured out, but we were coming to you because we needed additional help to get her completed.
So how does all this work? If Squiggly gets fully funded, she will be released for free for everyone.
So if you were planning to buy a Skullgirls DLC anyway, please consider donating at least $5. And of course, we've got Steam codes with beta access, exclusive goods, and custom art for anyone who wants to donate more.
So let's talk about the price. Developing a single Skullgirls character is probably a lot more expensive than you expected, huh? You can see it on the side there. That $150,000, though, covers salaries for the team, animation contractor fees, and patch testing and submission costs for consoles so we can actually get it onto your system. And remember, if she gets funded, she's free for you to play. You don't have to donate here and then go and buy them from the store. If we actually manage to make her, then anyone in the world can have her as long as you have a copy of Skullgirls.
To get the price down this low, the whole staff had to take a pay cut, just enough to cover rent and basic expenses, so nobody has to take other jobs and we can stay together as a team. If we meet our funding goal, we expect it'll take about 2.5 months to complete her, not including public playtesting time on Steam.
And remember, she's free. Alright, enough of the business talk. You can read more detail about that on the campaign page if you want. Let's talk about Squiggly the character.
Squiggly was a member of a long line of opera singers who died in an incident involving the Skullheart and the Medicis 14 years ago. She's graceful and calm, but isn't a pushover given what she's been through. She's not just a parasite host, but one of the Skullgirls undead. Leviathan is an unusual parasite that lets her keep her own mind, so together they have access to otherworldly abilities. Her bond with Leviathan is a lot stronger than Philia and Samson's, and you'll see that they work together in sync, whereas Philia often seems overpowered by Samson. In terms of character archetypes, Squiggly is something like the contrasting rival to Philia. However, Squiggly's gameplay and style are completely different.
So how does she play? Well, she's got long-range pokes because Leviathan can stretch pretty much half the screen. She has some fire-based attacks because, well, fire, dragon, yeah, we all love dragons. She has stances, like Johnny, not like Gen, which means you can go into a stance pose and then press a button and get different attacks out of it. She definitely has some pretty cool looking supers. She also has spatial manipulation powers. We can do things with the metagame with her. She'd be able to interact with, for example, your super meter in interesting ways or the camera in interesting ways that have never been done in fighting games before.
That's Squiggly in a nutshell, in a coffin.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you'll help us keep Skullgirls growing in the months and years to come.
From the video, we have already had a sense of what is building a stretch goal. And now we need to think about another question. How can we set a good stretch goal? So, three things may help us to do that. First one, we need to set our goal reasonable. Second one, we need to make sure our stretch goals are concrete. Finally, we need to make sure our goals can benefit previous contributors. So, the first, the stretch goals should be reasonable. We need to complete the main portion of the project using the fundings that were raised with the initial goal. If we want to continue develop more features of the project and need more funds, we can develop a series of stretch goals. Then we need to be sure our goals are concrete. And the Scout Girl campaign, they had very clear stretch goals, which is to develop new characters and also have more levels of the game, which kind of gave their contributors idea what kind of the benefits they will have. The third one, we need to be sure our goals can benefit our previous contributors, because we want them to continue support us, to help us. So we need to offer them something they want and also encourage them to contribute for another time. Alright, that's everything. I hope you have a good understanding about building stretch goals.